Well, meantime, let's talk about some big investments in tech as Cathie Wood's ARK ETFs made significant changes to their portfolios last week. According to daily trading disclosures, selling AMD and Shopify and buying Baidu. The China interest is part of a trend this year, with Wood buying Alibaba stock for the first time in 4 years last month. In fact, I was just looking at some of the performance in AMD and you can see that stock up more than 100%. Is the rally done or is it just beginning as a challenger to Nvidia? Let's get out to Dan. He joins us live from Riyadh. Dan, we're meant to be talking about investments in the Middle East this week, but you've been sitting down with Cathie Wood and this fascinating term where she's doubling down on China now. What did you learn from that interview?
Well, Karen, let's find out more. Cathie Wood joins me live now around the desk here at FII in Saudi Arabia. Cathie, great to have you on the program. Welcome to Squawk Box.
Thank you, Dan. I'm thrilled to be here.
So, Cathie, let's talk about what we're seeing in the markets right now, because I want your reaction first and foremost to this surge that we've seen in Qualcomm. It's going to be taking on the likes of Nvidia and AMD. Your thesis is innovation. Do you welcome that pop? Is it just getting started? Where is it going from here?
Yes, I know a lot of people are worried about all the AI hype, but as we're looking to the future, especially with embodied AI, which is all about robotaxis and transforming the world of transportation completely, and then healthcare, which is probably one of the most profound applications of AI, we think that this investment will pay off. And I think the chaser is going to be humanoid robots. And I think that is going to be the biggest of all the embodied AI opportunities.
Well, Cathie, the concern in the market right now is that the pace of innovation doesn't necessarily justify the premiums that we're seeing for some of these names. How would you respond to that?
Yes, well, if we're right and the growth continues to accelerate in this space, we think that the growth that the valuations will make sense longer term. So you really do have to have a longer term time horizon, which we do. We have a 5-year investment time horizon. I'm not saying there will never be any corrections. Of course there will. As many people worry, okay, is this too much too soon? We have focused on consistently is really, this is going to sound almost silly, but we're focused on the future and pure plays in the innovation space around robotics, energy storage, AI, blockchain technology, and especially multi-omic sequencing in the healthcare space. I think that's the most underestimated and underappreciated. So those are our 5 main areas. They involve 15 technologies, and we think they're converging to create really explosive growth opportunities.
What do you think has changed in the market that is rewarding your strategy again? Because I also think it's fair to say, since our last conversation in Abu Dhabi a couple of years ago, you've been through a pretty rough patch, right?
Yes, we went through a very rough patch. And in fact, during the 4 years prior to this administration, we were facing increasing regulation, a massive increase in interest rates, supply chain shocks, all of which impacted unit growth. And unit growth really drives innovation. The faster units grow, the faster costs decline. And so we're through that. And more important, in this administration, we have with OB3, the One Big Beautiful Bill, massive tax changes that are going to take the effective corporate tax rate in the United States down to what we believe is 10%. So the depreciation the depreciation acceleration applies to manufacturing structures. This has never happened before. For the next 3 years, if a manufacturing structure is underway, its first year in service, during its first year in service, a company will be able to depreciate it 100% in year one, as opposed to over 30 to 40 years.
Right.
That's a massive tax cut.